Night. Friday night is cool.
Thank God it's
This is the best day of my life.
Just got this Friday. Oh yeah. Friday night.
Friday. I'm in love. We gotta do something. Absolutely. You know what we gotta do?
What are you gonna do?
We're gonna go out and party.
for the first time in my life, I feel like there's hope.
It's an endless summer beach party on Cave Crew Radio.
This is radio. Cave Crew Radio.
Is it Friday night already? Or, I mean, why did Friday take so long to get here? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is DK. You're listening to a very special Cave Crew Radio. This is the pre-show. We will be going live on the radio, on YouTube, and on Facebook in about 8 minutes' time. Tonight is a very special guest. Tonight is my wife, Mrs. K, if you will. We call her Izzbia. Izzbia, are you excited for the show in about 7 minutes?
Yeah, I am. I'm just a little bit nervous and stuff. I don't know what you have in store for me, but
I think you'll have a good time. Jason Scott there in chat, I don't know if you can see on your phone, says hello. Can you see that?
No, I don't have the chat and stuff.
So I'll have to read it to you. There's more people in chat than we've ever had, but that's okay. Everyone wants to hear what's going on. We got a big show, ladies and gentlemen. Before Izzbia and I start to chat, we have questions from the audience. Feel free. This just in, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on a minute. Hang on. This just in. Apparently, Amanda is not in the chat yet. She is at Winners looking for Ray Dunn. Do you know what Ray Dunn is, Izzbia? Is that a clothing?
No.
What is Ray Dunn? I don't know what it is. Amanda is at Winners looking for Ray Dunn. We'll find out when Amanda joins us in chat a little later. Must be a hot item over at Winners. So, we got a great show coming up. It starts in about 6 minutes. So Izzbia, today, not officially, but Sunday, they're going to announce an election. Are you excited about that?
I'd like to see what is up in our government system. It's a little bit hectic over here. So
Short Side from England says, Jason, is she buying a ray gun?
No. Okay, so I was Googling it on my tablet because I was curious to see what it is. When you Google radon, it says it's a chemical element.
I don't think. Jason's
I don't know.
Brand. Short Side says it's a ray gun. By the way, Short Side, great to see you. You disappear for weeks on time. He's from England, where the artist formerly known as Stu used to be, Izzbia.
Now,
anyway.
in order to see, I just have a quick question for you because we're just in the pre-show and this is like my first time kind of doing this with you. If I log in on Facebook on my tablet, would I be able to then see the chat and then I can follow along and then?
Yeah, but make sure you mute it or you're going to have like 1,000 voices.
Okay, I'm trying to.
Izzbia isn't going to be very good at naming the show, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to be busy. Oh, by the way, I didn't say anything. The reason Big B is not here is he is on vacation this week. And I couldn't find a co-host for the life of me, and my wife volunteered. And you're going to have the opportunity to ask my wife any questions about me. And we do have some that have been emailed, and we will get to them. She is going to play Believe It or What. And we also have some great news stories for you. So I think we'll have a good time here. Short Side says, I chose the right episode to reappear. I feel so special. Give me a little background. Just to give you a little background. Guys, we're not even on show yet. And you guys, we want to hear how you guys met. We told you that last week with Big B. Anyway, we'll get to this.
Okay, so sorry to interrupt you, but it's the pre-show and I want to kind of be prepared here.
Yeah.
So I'm on Facebook on my tablet. I see it getting countdown to 3:57. So my last thing on here is Jason Scott saying, we want to hear how you guys met. So is that the ongoing chat?
Yes, he just
Okay.
said, did Ken use his position to influence you? They're not even calling me DK anymore. I'm extremely insulted. Anyway, we're 3 minutes away, ladies and gentlemen. She Izzbia tonight, and you'll hear about it on the show, is a huge fan of 50 Shades of Grey, and she's going to play 50 Shades of Grey, Believe It or What. So you guys can join in at home. Feel free. We've also got some great news stories, and of course, viewer mail and chat questions. Izzbia, you're going to be on the hot seat answering questions about me. Anyway, 2 minutes, kids. 2 minutes. Get your questions together. Hopefully Amanda gets back from Winners. And, oh, by the way, Short Side, I'll announce it again on air, but we are now 2 weeks away from the Choo Choo Stew Memorial Mania, which features Jason Scott versus Amanda. And last week we announced all the events and all the penalties. And where do babies come from? Oh, this is going to be a fun night, Jason Scott. Just remember, you're doing Choo Choo Mania in 2 weeks, and paybacks are definitely a bitch, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so you're all set up. Now what's going to happen in about a minute is I'm going to start us live on the radio, and I'm going to play another intro and all that stuff, and then I'm going to introduce you, and then the fun really.
Sorry.
Please don't talk about my job. I won't talk about yours. And
I'm trying to find the link again on the Facebook because for some reason my tablet kind of blanked out. Like I need some new electronics, eh?
I told you that last night when you and I got in a fight.
It wasn't a fight. It was just a discussion, an over-exaggerated discussion.
Yes, we still ended up sleeping in the same bed.
So,
anyway.
like, how I'm trying to find the link again, and I don't know.
Well, just go to Cape Radio on your Facebook, and it'll be.
Okay, so I'm not very. Search.
You are the Helen Keller of electronics.
I know, because I'm on a computer all day, so it's one thing to be on a computer all day, but to enjoy it in my home time, I don't really do it. I sit here and read books.
So guess what's happening now?
I'm learning this in the speed of light.
We're gonna start the show, so I got.
Oh, okay.
It takes me a minute because I gotta get rid of this. And the chat room's going crazy. Guys, you got to bear with me. I don't have Big B with me tonight, so I got to read the stories and everything.
You have 20 seconds, it's saying.
Pure
time up.
Already. Short side.
Time up.
All right, everyone shh for just a minute. We're going to hit the record button.
Air traffic control, bring in New York. Roger that. Bring in Canada. 10-4. Gentlemen, we have liftoff.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warning, Will Robinson. This program contains bad words. Use caution. If easily offended, enter at your own risk.
There was a time when the world turned their back on men. Men with a dream and savage yearning within them. Legions compelled by passion that knows no boundary. A consuming flame that defies plausible explanation. Battling the forces of domestication, they find the courage to band together to experience the awesome power of the men.
I say this with all due respect.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Today's broadcast of the Masculine Feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am.
Gonna go to a place like a shot and a beer, steak, man. Saying we can stop, get pancakes, and then we'll get laid, all right?
Why do you drink ice cold beer on a hot day?
Mr. Clavin, what else are you going to do with it?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
The Yankees are champions of baseball! It's a power goal!
This is Cave Crew Radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Cave Crew Radio is the name of the show. My name is DK. I'm live from my cave in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. It's great to be here with you tonight. I have a special guest who I'll announce in just a few minutes. We are live on cavecrewradio.com. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. And, of course, you can download the podcast anywhere podcasts can be found, including Spotify and iTunes and Stitcher and all that good stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll give you a little background before I bring our guest in. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to do that and do that. Big B is on vacation, and I didn't want to miss the show. So I was searching for a guest. I looked up Raymond the Amish comic. He was busy. I looked up the man of 1,000 voices, Matt Vanderpool. He was busy. I looked at Jason and Amanda, but Jason's on a Facebook ban, so we can't have him on the show, and Amanda was on last week. I looked up the artist formerly known as Stu, but because he doesn't eat meat anymore, and it's a sin to come on Cave Crew Radio, he can't join us either. I start to run out of ideas after a while, and then out of nowhere, my own wife, ladies and gentlemen, said, I would like to come on the show. Now, this could be good, or this could go really bad. I don't know. But I had a special introduction for her and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, Scott, give me the intro for my wife.
Now it's time for our guest, Mrs. K, if you will, DK's wife. An open forum, marital bliss. Get your questions in now. Ladies and gentlemen, Izzbia on Cave Crew Radio.
Izzbia, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
I think for the benefit of people, you and I, 20 some odd years ago, know where the nickname Izzbia came from. But that's kind of a cool way to start the show. Do you remember when I gave you the name Izzbia? Do you remember where it came from?
I was hooked to playing Diablo.
Yeah, Diablo on a desktop
computer.
I don't even think it was a Pentium computer. Not that that would mean anything to you.
No.
No, it was probably plugged into the wall on a phone line. Like it's not the way things.
Yeah, we had dial-up internet. I remember.
Yeah, and you were. I was a barbarian. I don't even remember my name. It's funny how your name stuck, but you were like an arrow shooting elf or something.
Was it an elf? I know I had an arrow.
You shot the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
And you needed a name. I could have been smoking marijuana at the time. It was a long time ago. And I called you Izzbia.
Yep. And that name just stuck.
It stuck with you. Do you remember in the hotel, we were on vacation, and what did Jake do to you? What did our Jake do to you?
So I guess on the Apple phone or on internet or something, there is like a translation voice translation, you can do it. So our son was sitting there going, he would say Izzbia, and then he would
like, you got to set, this is radio, not just video. We were lying in our hotel room, watching the Olympics, and Facebook user is going to be joining us in a little while. I can't wait. Anyway, we're lying in our bed. It's kind of dark. We're watching the Olympics, having a drink.
Yeah.
What did Jake do to you?
He recorded Izzbia, and then he used this translation thing. So he kept saying in like Chinese, Japanese, any different kind of language, and he would keep playing Izzbia over and over and over again. It was actually pretty funny.
And you got annoyed at the end, though.
I did get annoyed a lot. Well, because it was getting a little late and stuff. And when we go on vacation, it's not like you let us sleep in or anything. You have us up at dawn.
Yeah, I'm an early riser. But it was funny because it was dark. And it would be quiet for about 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden you'd hear, it was fun. Anyway.
It was a lot of fun. And it was a lot of funny. It was really funny. But of course, we were sitting there in the middle of watching the Olympics, so it would be really quiet. We'd be concentrating on the swimming or whatever was taking place, and next thing you know, you'd hear Izzbia. So it was pretty funny.
Of our son. It was a lot of fun. Now, Izzbia, this is not the first time that you have been on. Well, you've joined in Cave Crew Radio over my shoulder, but you have a history. Before video, you were on Double Talk Radio quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. Now, that was like many, many, many years ago. You've been doing this for, I don't know how long now, but that was many, many years ago. And yeah, you used to have like little special guests. I remember you having the people who tell you your fortune or whatever and stuff.
Yeah, we've had tons of guests over there.
Yeah, tons of guests. And you used to do it with a couple other people. And
yeah, well, there was Violet, who had been married 5 times, and then there was the guy of the alternate lifestyle, DJ Chris, and of course the biggest star of them all, producer Scotty. We used to have a good time, though.
Yeah, we did.
It was strictly audio in those days. But yeah, since 2015, Izzbia, I have been doing Cave Crew Radio.
Oh, wow.
And you had a chance to meet a former host a few years ago, came to visit us from England.
Yes, I did.
Don't mention his name. We're not allowed. We call him Stuart or Afka.
Yeah.
Can't say his name or we'll get sued. He left us about a few months ago. Anyway, here's what's going to go on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We've got our weird news, which Izzbia is going to join in, and I'm going to read the news because Big B's on vacation, and we're going to play Believe It or What, a special 50 Shades of Grey, because you've read the books, you've watched the movies. You should ace this, Izzbia.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, you don't seem so confident now that you're in the hot seat.
I have read the books and I have watched the movies. So.
All right, so I do have some questions. Feel free, ladies and gentlemen, to ask your questions in chat. But I do have some questions that were emailed that most of them is things they want to know about me for some odd reason. But
you're a very interesting character.
Before we do that, though, you were electrocuted last week. Why don't you share that story with us?
That wasn't very funny. Well,
back from shopping from Raycon at Winners. Your Scentsy sales lady is in the. Anyway, you got electrocuted. I don't even know how that happened. Your hair was standing on end when I looked over at one point.
It was pretty funny. You were in the hot tub, and I was, of course, on Saturday nights, we usually like to sit in our backyard, enjoy a bonfire, have a few drinks, and we chit chat. I was running the cord because for some odd reason, it's always me who has to play the music. So my phone always dies. So I was running the cord to plug in the charger so I could charge my phone. And I accidentally put my finger where you plug in where the phone goes into the thing, and I got electrocuted.
So
all you did was laugh.
Well, it's hilarious because I was the one in the water. Thank God you didn't drop the cord in the hot tub, or I might not be here tonight. But just look into the camera and be with me.
It was pretty funny.
And then you were like, "Oh fuck!" And I'm like, I just electrocuted myself. And I said, "Well, your hair looks great, sweetheart."
No, you said to me, you went, "What did you just do? All I seen you do was shake." And I'm like, "I just electrocuted myself. Did you see it?"
Do it one more time for people at home.
It was like a little, like I was plugging in the cord like this, and it went like that to me.
So exactly what did it feel like? Like, where did you feel it? Did you feel it in
my fingers?
Did your hoo do a little kegel?
No, my fingers. They even felt numb for a little bit afterwards.
Did your butt cheeks clench?
I should have dropped it in the hot tub. That would have been really funny.
You wouldn't be here with me tonight. I'm just wondering though, like as you felt that thing in your finger, which I'm sure the majority of the voltage is there, and you're feeling a shock. But did your butt cheeks clench at all, or did you feel like you had a six-pack for the first time since 1978?
No, you're so funny.
All right, Jason Scott is back. You just missed the best part of the show. You missed Izzbia getting electrocuted. Do it one more time for Jason Scott. Ready? Yeah. And I'm trying to find out, Jason, if she clenched her butt cheeks or she won't tell me. So we're going to go to the questions. And feel free to pop them in there. We'll get to them as we can. This one comes from Big B. He's really fascinated about the probe. I told him the story about how we met and how you ended up with the probe and all that stuff. We went through the whole story. He wants to know, what did you find sexy about the probe? Did you? It
wasn't a matter of it being sexy. It was just a better car than my crap.
Right, the one that lit fire on this
It didn't light fire. It just smoked because there was an oil gasket leak, and the car wasn't worth to get repaired. So
we didn't have as much money then. We didn't have a house. We lived in a small apartment, and I was smitten with you, so I gave you my car to drive.
That's right.
But you did not find it sexy.
I wouldn't say it was a sexy car, but it was a nice car.
Also from Big B, he wants to know, was DK, sorry, that's me, I can't even pronounce it. Was DK initially the creepy boss that grew on you, or was it love at first sight?
No, we became friends before we even started dating. We just had the same ethics. We both were workaholics, and one thing just led to another.
And I think we used to go out a little bit because we both had really odd hours, and
Yeah.
we'd hang out a little bit. And do you remember the first time we kissed on New Year's Eve, and we didn't want the other guy to
Well,
work?
because we were out with staff, we were out with other staff members, and we weren't allowed to date, so we had to kind of sneak.
I think it was 1999.
Yes, it was.
It was. We were partying like it was 1999.
I know, we can actually say that. That's kind of funny, eh? We
Yeah.
partied like it's 1999.
That was our first kiss. Jason Scott in chat wants to know, did he give you a double-double? Anyways. One in the stinky, one in the pinky, ladies and gentlemen.
That's funny.
But it was pretty innocent. We worked hard. We never neglected our business.
What was funnier, the best was when our pagers got, because back then we had pagers. We didn't have cell phones. But remember what time our pagers got mixed up? That was funny.
The story, but do tell again. We were cohabiting at the time, part-time.
Yes.
And in those days we had pagers. We didn't have cell phones. And go ahead, tell the story. It's funny.
So on the headboard, we used to keep our pagers, and of course Ken had his side of the bed and I had my side of the bed. For some odd reason, the pagers got mixed up, and I ended up going to work with your pager. You ended up going to work with my pager, and you thought it was weird going, oh my goodness, my pager is very quiet today. And I'm like, well, mine's not. Tanya keeps texting me nonstop. So then I called Tanya, who was a coworker. And she says, Melissa, I'm not texting you. I'm texting Ken. And I laughed and I says, oh, he's here at my store helping me unload the stock truck. It was the only excuse. And it just so happened that you were just pulling into the parking lot of my store at that time. So it just worked out, which was kind of funny.
And everyone in chat is saying I made it sound like the probe was I did not. Big B was the one that was fascinated by the probe, not me. It was just a car I had. And
you thought it was a chick magnet. Don't lie.
Well, I ended up with you.
Yeah, but not because of your car.
This is Big B as Facebook user. Okay, he's trying to start an argument between you and I about the probe, but we almost broke up at that very minute because you were very upset that we had almost been. I mean, there was a lot of times we were almost caught, and that's why I eventually quit, because I loved you and I'm still with you, and I'm not trying to get sappy, but yeah, you were really mad at me that day.
Well, because we had an agreement. And that agreement backfired.
The same. And we've probably been up all night driving around in the sex car, the probe, cruising around. We were very tired. One of us grabbed the wrong pager. I'm not going to say it was you. I'm not going to say it was me. But one of us grabbed the wrong pager. They were identical, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, back in those days. And it got a little fucked up.
It did. But it's okay. Shit happens.
And I really did like that car, Big B. You're absolutely correct. A Facebook user is Big B, by the way. You're absolutely correct. I did like that car, and it was fast, and we had some good times in that. We had a dog and a kid in it at one point before we finally.
I thought you were gonna cry when we got rid of it. You really did love that car.
I love that car. It was the best thing. Like, it was so much fun, and I've told you guys this before. I was a hockey player that never made it, and it was like, my dream come true. And I had a hot chick in Izzbia riding with me, and we had a kid and a fucking corgi in it at the end, and we bought a fucking caravan.
A lemon.
Jason thinks it's funny. We put our pagers. It was a headboard. So as you go to sleep, we're both on call 24/7. She's a Tim Hortons manager. I have 10 stores. the thing goes ding, ding, and you look and you get the number and you call the number back. It's different than it is today with smartphones. It's a different world, Jason Scott. It's like when there was no cable or internet. And Big B is adamant it's not a sports car, but I liked it. It worked for me.
Yours was actually kind of like a sports car, though. The way you had it done up, it was pretty. It was a nice little car.
And that was
it was a sharp blue. I'll have to dig out a picture, and you'll have to upload it next time.
Yes, we'll upload it and we'll put it on the show. You'll obviously have to get that from like a Polaroid. Tim's emergency ice cap machine isn't working. I apologize. We no longer work there. It's been about 20 plus years.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Since we've been there. Here's an interesting question, Isidore. I guess about a month ago, a while ago, we were talking about Jake taking the razor and grooming and stuff like that. They want us to elaborate, or they want you to elaborate on my compulsive grooming habits. Am I compulsive? I trim my goatee, I shave.
I think you shave your chest more than I shave my legs.
I like a smooth chest. I'll admit that. I'm not going to get embarrassed by any of this. This is completely open, and I agreed to do this. This is my own personal choo-choo mania.
There's nothing wrong with your grooming habits. I do think sometimes, like, I don't know, you might go a little overboard, I guess. I don't know.
Overboard how?
I don't know. You trim your armpit hair too. Like, you have to have hair a certain length. Like, it can't be too long, can't be too short. It's got to be.
I like to be clean. I like to smell good. And you, being my woman for 20 years, should appreciate that I care about myself.
I didn't say I don't appreciate it. I just think sometimes it's funny when you, in the wintertime, you're like, you haven't shaved your legs in 2 weeks. And I'm like, okay, so what? It's winter. That's my fur to keep me warm.
Well, at least I don't walk around with a hoo-ha that looks like Yogi Bear.
That's not the case, but that's funny.
No, so I admit, I am...
Does he measure the armpit hair like he measures the grass?
Yes, they know about and obviously you live here, and I know I embarrass you with the ongoing battle of the front lawn with Zed in the grass, and I've shown Big B pictures and stuff like that. Am I that anal with my arm hair? I guess they want to know.
No, but it's you just like to be clean. That's all. There's nothing wrong with it.
I care about myself, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, but I am very anal. You can comment on the front lawn. I'm pretty anal about that.
I think it's funny. I just think it's humorous. I'm not gonna say anything bad or good about it. I just think it's an ongoing battle, and we have that funky tree that sheds bark, and I just think it's funny.
I was out there with him. You weren't home yet from work. You were still at work, and I'm going in, and I want to get the barbecue started or whatever. And he's trying to tell me at what level I should put the damn lawnmower. Well, his has 8 levels. Okay, I don't have a self-pushing John Deere for a 14-foot lawn. Mine has 2 levels. I set it to fucking 2. And the reason I set it to 2 is so I don't have to cut it every week.
But you got to remember, he's semi-retired. He only works, I think, 3 days a week. So it's easier for him to cut his grass. But I just think it's funny because now he's not cutting our half, but it seems to be the same length as our half now. So I don't know if he lowered his or what.
Last week. It's an ongoing battle, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we got any more in here for you, Isidore. This could be interesting. I don't think you'll know the first part, but you'll probably know the second part. What is my routine for both getting up in the morning and going to bed at night?
Well, getting up in the morning is a little hard since he's up like hours and hours before me. But I can tell you that he makes his coffee before he goes, like when he gets home from work, his coffee pot is set. He drinks his coffee when he gets up in the morning. He turns on the news, and I think he scrolls through the news on his phone. But to be honest, my eyes are still shut when he's getting up and getting ready for work. So that I don't know.
I always take a shit.
So I don't know that because I'm not up then.
First thing in the morning.
Yeah. But at nighttime, it's pretty funny because you're in bed at like 9:30.
Yeah, on work nights. I mean, I'm up tonight, but
yeah. Well, Fridays and Saturdays are a little different, but like other than that, like Sunday to Thursday, you're in bed at like 9:30, and it's weird because you eat late. You eat at 8, so you're not even digesting your food properly, and then you go to bed.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily sleep because I turn on the telly or I unwind. I'm usually asleep by about 10:30, but I'm up at 5, and then on the weekends, because tomorrow, remember you told me you don't want to sleep in.
No, because I have a lot to do. I have to go. I wouldn't mind going to get a haircut. I also wouldn't. I have to take Jake to get his uniforms for school. I have chores obviously around the house, so I prefer to get all that stuff done. And I have to go grocery shopping. I haven't went grocery shopping in a week.
He needs brand new hockey equipment too.
I'm not in charge of that. Like last year, you guys did that to me the last minute, and I am not doing that again this year. I think his pants are good because we just replaced those last week or last year.
4 inches. His pants are probably like a thong by now.
No. Because last year I just did the pants, so I think they'll be okay. What you might need to do is skates.
Yeah, well,
which is
his foot's like a 13 or something.
Skates and definitely I would do skates and definitely a hockey stick because I think I even got the chest protector and I got the chest protector last year in the pants, I think.
Yeah, but he's been working out and he's growing more and well, this is a good story.
Yeah, Jason Scott has a good question. He's like, how did DK propose to Izzbia?
I think it's very romantic. It
was very, very good. You want me to tell the story?
Sure. You're the guest. I've got to read news in a few minutes. So
okay. Well, it was really nice. We in Windsor here, we have what's called Point Peely that is in Leamington. Those who do know us, we're actually very active people. We like to canoe, hike, spend a lot of time outdoors. So how DK proposed to me was he took me canoeing to a little island within a marsh. On the other side of the island is like Lake Erie. So we canoed there and he proposed to me there. I got very bad burnt that day, I do have to admit. And that night we went to a bar.
Yeah. And what were you doing in every picture?
Eating. I was eating in every picture. I love food and I don't care. I love food.
This was about a hour and a half canoe ride. And we went at our time, well, he's still your brother and his first of 7 wives, she didn't like fish. So she didn't like fish. And we're trying to canoe. Izzbia and I were in our own canoe. We're doing pretty good. This girl, Heather, was taking her oar and trying to bat carp because she thought we're like Jaws.
Because one jumped out of the water and it like scared the living crap out of it. So she's like standing up in the canoe, like going trying to bat it down. It was hilarious.
Basically, ladies and gentlemen, carp are big goldfish that are ugly. They're like the ugly ducklings of koi, basically. No, I did not cry. I'll tell you the reason I did it, Jason Scott, is it was also your birthday.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was planning on having a very long engagement, which didn't happen. So I figured as the swinger pro boy that I was, that if I engaged you on the same day as your birthday, I would only have one date to remember. Because again, this is before the days of the smartphone and the smartwatch. And if anything, you had a Franklin day timer. So I thought I was being smart. I thought, yes, our anniversary for the next 10 or 15 years will be on her birthday, and her birthday will always obviously be on her birthday. But then we got married and I fucked that up.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
So that was did I ever tell you that was my plan? So I knew that it was, I'm sure
Well,
I shared everything with you.
Yeah, well, we definitely did plan on a very long engagement. We didn't really, we loved each other. We were very committed. We didn't really want to waste the money and time on a wedding, but it is what it is. That's what happens when family meets.
We're still here. I have a ring. You had.
I don't.
She needs a new one. She just wants a big stone. That's why she cut her ring off, ladies and gentlemen.
No, because I'm like fat now. Well, I'm not really that fat, but
anyway, did you know that's why I did that? Is so it would all be one date. Did I ever tell you that?
No, but that's okay. That's just a typical thing. I probably would have did the same thing if I was a man and had to propose to somebody.
I think that's really smart.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, but it didn't work out, like I said. And then, the wedding was a whole other kerfuffle. We set a date. Well, first we were going to go away. And,
we were going to go to Jamaica and get married.
Right. And then the family got involved and they insisted that we have this church wedding. And then we set a date. And then you and I went to a wedding show and realized, holy fuck.
We're not fucking doing that.
So we ended up postponing the wedding. And until we could plan it. But
well, they were telling us you have to have like the DJ and everything. We thought we were gonna do good, plan a wedding in 9 months, but no.
Big deal, ladies and gentlemen. We just wanted to go to Jamaica and make love on Ocho Rios Falls or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or a beach too would have been great.
We still haven't done that yet. It's still on our bucket list. I mean, COVID came along. Right.
COVID's put a little crap on all our vacation plans, actually. Yeah. So, but not to mention, we did get married 4 days after 9/11 too. So,
yes,
that did not help matters either.
Yeah, especially with relatives. You had a lot. I had some, but you had more in the States.
Yeah.
And then, of course, God rest his soul, I love the man to death. And your dad came in wasted.
At the church. That was funny.
Wasted late.
Yeah.
The vows.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. All we heard was him like banging into stuff at the back, and me and you looked at each other. We're like, oh shit.
Hey, this is why we wanted to go to Jamaica. Honor. In front of, see, you got to understand, in my family, there's like pastors and shit like that. Look at me, pastors and shit like that. Anyway, I'm cool with all this, but then her maid of honor had to give a speech.
And we specifically said, do not swear. Do not swear. Promise me you won't swear. No, I won't. Well, when we went for pictures, what happened? You guys were sitting there, had the flask out, doing shots and stuff. And all she did was get up to the thing and swear. Every second word that came out of her mouth was a swear word. I was never so embarrassed. She was so smashed. I think she didn't even last half of the receptionist. I think she lasted like a half an hour after we were done dinner, and then her mom had to take her home.
No, she fucked off with your uncle.
No, that's not true.
We were smoking weed in the bathroom, and she fucked off with your uncle.
No, that's not true.
I think it is true.
No, I think you're on drugs. That's not true.
Anyway, it was a fun wedding.
It was a fun wedding, and I made you the Stanley Cup thing. You really like that?
Yeah. So back in 2000, what year was it?
Kenny.
2001. I brought out the Stanley Cup made of tinfoil and Pepsi bottles, and I guaranteed the Toronto Maple Leafs would win the Stanley Cup. And then I proceeded to sing Piano Man to everybody, and we still haven't won the Stanley Cup.
Uncle Wayne came out as a ninja. Don't forget about that.
Oh, yeah. He wrapped toilet paper around his forehead and came out as the Karate Kid in the middle of the dance floor. It was fun. It's probably the most fun wedding you could ever go to. Thank God my dad was already dead. He would have killed me.
It was a good wedding, though.
We had a good time. And because we lived together for a year or 2 or 3 already, the party was...
We lived together a year.
And we took the limo to a bar.
We went to, so our reception ended about 2:00. Then we went to a bar, and they allowed us to continue to drink there. And then Andy almost got kicked out. Your nephew almost got kicked out of the bar.
Yeah. And he wasn't a kid, ladies and gentlemen. You have to understand, my sisters are about 20 years older than me, so my nephews are close in age. And then we went home, and instead of consummating the marriage, which we've probably done about 4,000 times, we opened our cards. That was our wedding night. We opened cards. And then crashed.
Yeah.
And I don't think we ever had a honeymoon.
We didn't, because we were supposed to go to Jamaica for our honeymoon. We ended up postponing it because of 9/11.
Right. So have we ever had a honeymoon?
No.
I mean, every night's a honeymoon.
I was going to say, I think every night's a honeymoon, but yeah.
We've had some great trips, but I don't think we've ever formally... I mean, we were supposed to do the cruise 2 years ago before...
This year, we were supposed to go see Choo Choo Stew.
2 years ago, we had the cruise booked when it all hit.
Yeah.
That was our big trip. Because, just to elaborate, ladies and gentlemen, if we're boring you, just fucking leave. We always had our vacations around our son, because our son played hockey and our son played travel soccer, and we just never seemed to have any time. So eventually, Izzbia and I will have our honeymoon.
So word to the wise is, don't have kids at a very young age and enjoy life.
Well, I would say don't postpone your honeymoon, which is what we did.
I guess.
Everybody wants to meet up in Jamaica in 2022. We got everybody cruising to Montego Bay. And the cruise, ladies and gentlemen, we were going to go to Montego Bay in Jamaica, but there was a warning that Canadians should not travel there because there was a lot of terrorism or drug shit that was going on. And that's why we booked the cruise, which we never got to take because of this vulgar fucking disease.
But our cruise that we booked was doing the Bahamas, not Jamaica. This one, because
weren't we stopping in Montego Bay?
No, we weren't. We were doing Bahamas area, and
Bahamas. Yeah. Okay. But
because we chose a different route, because back when our cruise was booked, Jamaica was having all the issues there.
I think it was all drug runners. Anyway, there was
exactly.
And I didn't feel safe. So Jamaican cruise. There we go. All right, let's pull it together, ladies and gentlemen. 2022. Izzbia and I are game.
I don't think 2022 is a realistic thing for a cruise. I'll do a resort in 2022 in Jamaica, but being on a cruise, first off, I'm very claustrophobic, so I don't want to be getting sick and being stuck in my room. And I think a resort would be more convenient than a cruise, because for some odd reason I don't trust this COVID crap as much as I want it to be done and over with.
I've been married to you for a long time. I'd like to go to Fantasy Island, like the TV show.
Can I ditch you there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We kind of separate just for the weekend and we go on Fantasy Island.
Okay, I'm good.
You'd probably be in my fantasy, but in my fantasy on Fantasy Island, you would be to my beck and call.
I don't know. My fantasy, I'd have to say, I'd probably have some few other things lined up.
Like what, Izzbia? Tell us about your fantasy island. Hang on a minute. Let's get Izzbia. Cave Crew Radio exclusive. What is your fantasy on Fantasy Island? This is radio. I promise I'll still come to bed with you. I'll have dinner with you. I'm very curious. What is your fantasy on Fantasy Island?
I don't know. I'm just not. It's not realistically to just have you in my on Fantasy Island. I have you every day.
But I'm your everything. I drove the Probe.
My fantasy would be the kids gone for a weekend.
So who would it be, Isidore? Let's play a little game. Who would it be? And I'm not going to hold you against this because this is Fantasy Island. Shit doesn't really happen on Fantasy Island. And I commend you for your honesty.
What do you mean, who would it be?
Well, what would your fantasy be? Would you dive inside a chocolate cake and live there all weekend? Like, what would your fantasy be?
No, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I'm just saying I wouldn't waste my fantasy on, I don't want to sound rude, but on you when I have you already.
So what would you do? Swim with dolphins? I mean, I've got you. You're backed into a corner now, Izzbia.
No, I'm not backed
More
into
men
a corner.
fanning you and feeding you jubes. You lie on a bed made of blueberry jello.
No, I don't even know if I have any fantasies.
Good way to back yourself out of a corner.
But I'm being honest.
I know.
Like you buy me whatever I want. Like you're an honest person. So I don't really have any fantasy. I'm just saying, like, if Fantasy Island is like for dreams and things that you would want and stuff, I already have what I want. So
you're so full of shit. Anyway.
You're funny.
That's why you watch Hallmark movies all the time. Your fantasy is probably riding into Christmas Town in the middle of July with 15 naked men who are pretending to be elves.
Yeah, I'll take Christian Grey. How's that?
And Bigby is attached to this probe, which we haven't had in 23 years. He thinks the probe is everything. He thinks the probe is the key.
It was a nice car, though. It really was.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't know why they're so attached to it. I forgot about it long ago. The worst was when the tranny dropped out in that parking lot, and I had to I could only go backwards.
Or what about that guy who drove on top of it?
I could only go backwards, and I had to back around because I didn't have money for a tow truck at that time. Because I spent so much money on the probe. Anyway, let's do the news. This should be fun. I've got a couple. You have never done this with me. Ready?
We now pause this nonsense and go to the CCR breaking news update. And now it's time for the news. Well, maybe not news, but it needs to be heard. Over to you, DK.
Okay, once again, I got to refresh. Everyone stay with me. Don't leave, Isidore. Gentlemen, I am...
so what happened?
I'm here. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you, but
Yeah,
why does it do that?
I don't know. It happens every week, but I want you to pay attention to this. I have a story about a British library. The British Library here apologizes for having, are you ready for this? Anyone who wants to name the show later, for hiring a rainbow dildo butt monkey for a kids event. Rainbow dildo butt monkey are 4 words no one ever imagined uttering in the same sentence, but here we are. I'm just going to take this down so you and I are back on screen.
Can I sneak away and go pee?
We're in the middle of a nose story.
Look at those pictures.
Can you wait till the end of the news story?
Sure.
A library in London, England apologized after a children event that they hosted didn't go exactly as planned. Redbridge Libraries hired Mandinga Arts to provide entertainers for their summer reading challenge on July 10th, when video footage of the event went viral. One of the entertainers, who was described as, you guessed it, a rainbow dildo butt monkey on Twitter, was dressed, well, exactly how you would expect a rainbow dildo butt monkey to look. A person in a multicolored monkey costume with nipples exposed, along with a fake penis and butt cheeks hanging out. Writer Janice Turner tweeted, I would really love a detailed breakdown on the commissioning process whereby Redbridge Council commissioned the rainbow dildo butt monkey as a means to teach children to read. The library issued an apology after receiving complaints from area residents and parents. During an event put on by the library today, there was a performance by a carnival acts company. Unfortunately, one of the animal costumes was inappropriate, which we were not aware of at the time of the booking. We deeply apologize for the offense caused. This is being looked into. They did add, Izzbia, this will never happen again.
That's because back when we were younger, rainbow was not how it's termed now. When you think of rainbow now, automatically, and I'm old fashioned, you think gay people. Well,
alternate lifestyles on
I was gonna say exactly. They use that term, but you know what? You're gay, lesbian. I don't care what you are, but I don't think why we have to change how we word things to make it sound okay in our society. It is what it is.
Can we retract a minute here? Because I'm thinking now on Fantasy Island. Could we coexist and have a visit from the, hang on a minute, I'm not going to remember this again, the rainbow dildo butt monkey? Like, say it was like jumping around outside our window, and I don't know, maybe you guys would jump in the waterfall together or share a banana. I don't know.
You're so funny. No.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a second and we're going to let Izzbia go pee. Hurry up.
Perfect. Thank you.
I told you about this before the show. Now that Izzbia is gone, you can hear somebody go, oh, she just dropped the whole freaking set. She's really got to pee. The Izzbia cam is better than the Stu cam. I'm thinking, is there any way, ladies and gentlemen, I can subliminally advertise in Izzbia's mind tonight that she has a dream that she is on Fantasy Island with the rainbow dildo butt monkey? And she will never betray me again. I guarantee it. Rainbow dildo butt monkey. We'd have another story when she returns. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2 weeks, by the way, while I'm waiting for Isidore, okay, let's get rid of rainbow dildo butt monkey. In 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, Jason Scott and Amanda, short side, you're not going to miss this one in 2 weeks. Hi, Jason Scott. You looking under the bed for the rainbow dildo butt monkey? What are you doing?
Sorry, the rainbow butt monkey got me excited. I dropped everything.
Well, it's in England, but I'll see if I can get one shipped over here for you. Maybe I'll do Halloween just for you.
I didn't mean that. Did you see? Like, I didn't know Bella was underneath my feet. So when I got up, I tripped over her and it hit the cord and the whole phone went clink. The cord came out. Everything was a mess.
Well, you're back. Your camera is a little
I was going to say, I got to fix everything.
All right, there you go.
Sorry.
Short Size says rainbow. I can't even remember this. Rainbow dildo butt monkey is behind you.
He got me really excited. That might be my fantasy, Ken. Or DK, sorry.
I mean, you got it. You've got to go into this. All right, I have another story. This one I think you're gonna like, and I have audio for this one. I think everyone out there is gonna enjoy this story, and then we'll play. Believe it or what. All right, so here comes another picture. Can you see that? This is
See, when you
well, this is like a what do they call that? TikTok story. Man has people dying as he mistakes his girlfriend's menstrual cup for a shot glass.
what is a menstrual cup to begin with?
Did you see it? We're gonna find out.
Well, I'm trying, like, for some reason, when you switch pictures, my tablet reboots and then I get knocked out of the chat room and everything. I have no idea. Like, my electronics are just screwy.
Right. So if you could see this, I'm going to explain it to you.
Okay, can you show the picture one more time? Because now I don't see it.
It's still on the
screen. There it is. Okay. Now, sorry, it took a minute. It's uploaded now. Sorry.
That's probably the fault of the rainbow dildo butt monkey. Anyway, a man has gone viral on social media after making an amusing video about his girlfriend's menstrual cup that had thousands of viewers screaming, "No!" at the screens. There are several types of sanitary products out there, and to those who don't use them, they may seem pretty confusing. You have pads, tampons, period underwear, and of course, menstrual cups. Most of those are straightforward, but if you've never seen the latter, then you might not know what you're looking at. One man has recently gone viral on TikTok after sharing a video asking his followers what the item was meant to be used as after finding his girlfriend's menstrual cramp. Listen to this audio clip, Isidore.
Someone please explain to me what this is. What kind of makeup device is my girlfriend using? Is this for like application? No. Why does it have a tail? Yar! Like this feels illegal to have. Hold on a minute. I think I know what this is for. Is this a portable shot glass? It's like the perfect size. Look at this. What? And then you like wring it out so nobody knows what was in there? It's good. Ladies, please help me out and tell me what this is in the comments. I think it's a shot glass, but I think I'm wrong.
So the guy, long story short, because Big B's in chat, he's going to join us. The guy took a shot out of the menstrual cup.
I'm assuming it was clean. I'm assuming he washed it.
He thought it was something I'm assuming he was in the bathroom and he thought it was something that she used for makeup. As you can see, he's sticking it in his eye. He's holding it up. He's drinking. Did you ever have a menstrual cup? I've never heard of that before.
No, I used pads and tampons.
That's what I thought. I never heard of a menstrual cup.
I didn't even know what it was until I see the picture on here. It kind of looks pretty weird.
So, I don't know if any ladies can help us or men that have ladies. Have you ever seen a menstrual cup? Ladies and gentlemen, fresh back from vacation, the man who stuck me here with Izzbia this whole night, Big B, welcome back.
Thank you. And can I say this has been a most entertaining show?
Sure.
I have been listening since the beginning, sitting on my couch, and it really has been informative. And I didn't know about the armpit hair.
It gets a little long sometimes. Now, have you finally revived your peanut butter whiskey?
I just got back not too long ago, so no. I have not. I still have the empty bottle sitting here. It's
right. And you were definitely ill last week.
Yeah, I still the only thing I have left is the cough. Otherwise, I'm fine.
All right, great. And you had a good time in the Finger Lakes of New York.
It was nice. It was relaxing. It was quiet. And now I'm back here.
All right. Well, and we'll talk about it more next week when it's just me and you.
Of course.
So I asked a lot of questions.
I heard.
I'm going to get rid of this menstrual cup guy. Hang on. And yeah, you got Izzbia here. And guess what? You're here just in time, by the way, for your favorite game.
Oh, boy.
Which we'll play in about 10 minutes. Is there anything else you want to ask Izzbia?
I have to go through my prepared questions because I'm not sure you got through all of them. So
Ask her what it was like to be electrocuted.
You brought that up, and I heard the story, but I had no frame of reference for that. I had no idea she got electrocuted, so that wouldn't be the first thing that comes to mind.
It was the best part of last weekend. She was doing the Macarena to a country song.
What?
She was.
All right, so one
I
question.
think the grass was a little wet, to be honest.
It was, and you got a shock, and I was the one in water. But anyway.
So leading into our Believe It or What, 50 Shades of Grey, I have a question that I proposed to be brought up tonight. Is there ever a time where DK tries to relive his Tim Hortons manager days?
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
In the private times between you two.
Oh, so you didn't specify that in the question?
I didn't, but now leading up to the Believe It or What, I'm adding to it.
He wants to know if I role play Tim Hortons manager.
No. He always thought he was the boss of me when he was my superior, but he never was.
Well then, do tell. So in corporate speak, he was actually the boss.
Yes.
But you would.
I'd still do whatever
you would.
Yeah.
I'd
still run my store.
He would tell you to do something, and you'd be like, "Yeah, sure, no," and do whatever you're going to do anyway.
Exactly.
And never got written up for it, I'm sure.
Listen.
No, because I was a workaholic. So when I ran things, it always ran smoother. So he always thought he had the brighter idea, quotation, brighter idea. But my system always worked best.
Can you give me an example of what he thought was a brighter idea, which turned out to be shit?
the scheduling. So when you schedule your staff, you usually schedule your staff for two weeks prior.
Right.
And he would do it because, of course, he's older than me. Mm-hmm. He would do it the old version. So he would have like a sign-up sheet up on the door. Well, no, I did everything in Excel, and I'd have them kind of write everything in, and then I would print it off, and it would be like a whole schedule, and then they would cross out and tell me, no, they can't do it. Yes, they can do it. It was just an easier system.
But
instead of going through a line by line sheet, like a sign up sheet.
Right. So he wanted pieces of paper strewn about the office with crosses, pen marks crossed out that you can't do this thing. And you put it in, you computerized everything.
Exactly.
When you have good people, your life is easier. And I would drive around in my probe and visit other stores.
Can I have to put a caveat into this probe conversation, because when we talked about this, a couple of weeks ago, I don't know if it was with Stu or with Jason, when he first brought that up, the probe was the be all end all, according to him at that time. It was, he dropped a lot of money on the probe. You had this old beat up crappy car. He had the brand new sports car of the probe. And he was the man, as he put it.
Before I bought the Probe, Big B, you should understand that I was driving a Tempo with a hole in the floor, and it was the be all end all to me.
Well, you remember, you didn't specify that, and you said you dropped cash.
I paid cash.
He did.
For that fucking thing.
I don't know anybody that's paid cash for a car, a new car.
used to be a hockey player a long time ago, not as successful as some of the modern day guys, but I was able to maintain. I also had a career at the time, and I was able to accumulate some money, and I had some help. But anyway, it doesn't matter where I got the money from, and I did it.
Mummy.
Ooh.
Ken was a big mama's boy.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Like how?
He would go to mummy for everything.
My father passed away. I was the only son. I took care of her. I think I earned everything I got.
I'm not denying the fact, but there's a huge age gap between Ken and his sisters. So as much as Ken had siblings, he was pretty much an only child.
Gotcha. Okay. So he was the firstborn.
He was the last born.
The sisters are older.
Yes.
That's why when
yes.
Gotcha.
That's why when she said my nephew at the bar, he was actually like 23.
Okay, gotcha.
No, he was older than 23. We got married when I turned 23,
right,
and
so
he's older than me.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so he was the youngest, so he was the baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aha. So mom really took care of the baby.
Exactly.
As does happen sometimes.
Let's be fair.
No.
We lived in London at the time. I drive 2 hours home on a Friday night to cut her lawn, take her shopping, all that shit. Like, I'm not trying to make myself look like a superstar, but I did my part.
You did do your part. You were very good to your mom. I'm not denying that, but I do think that she kind of spoiled you more than your sisters.
And deservedly so.
Now, because as will happen sometimes, if moms spoil their boys, that reflects in their future relationships. Have you dealt with that?
I don't think it reflects in the future relationship. I got along with Ken's mom very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
she does, and Izzbia does not spoil me. Well, she does, but I mean, she's not my mom. She's much more exciting than my mom.
I hope so, but anyways.
I don't have mommy syndrome, and it's you that wants to be on Fantasy Island with fucking dildo butt monkey, whatever it is.
The rainbow dildo butt monkey.
Yeah, there you go.
Ken's fantasy is to be on the island with his mommy.
Wow.
I'm just teasing. No.
I'm not even touching that.
You have to remember, I was the youngest child. I lived at home the longest. My dad passed away, and someone had to take care of the woman. She couldn't even drive. She learned to drive when she was 71.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, then.
She was quite a story. She was a good woman. She was
she was a very good woman.
Yeah. Her and Melissa or Izzbia got along very well.
Most women, like wives, do not get along with their in-laws, and my mother-in-law, she was phenomenal. She was like a best friend.
Mm-hmm.
She was good. Yeah, she was really nice.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, you have time for one more question, and then we're going to play the game, and I'm going to get back at both of you.
And again, if we're playing 50 Shades of Grey, I heard that Izzbia has seen the movies, read the books. I've done nothing of that. So
I've always been successful,
but I always pull it out. But this will be the My Little Pony of fucking erotic fucking novels.
And there's only 5 questions because I thought it was only going to be Izzbia. So like, this is like a real tight, believe it or what.
5 questions. There's 3 movies. And 4 books. 5 books, actually.
I only thought there was 2 movies.
I just make an announcement. But don't question her on how many movies or books there are.
No, I thought there was 2. I now know there's 3 apparently.
And there's how many books?
5.
And I've only walked in on the movie, ladies and gentlemen, about 3 or 10 times. And I've seen
I have every single DVD.
It's the most ridiculous movie you'd ever see. I mean, if you're going to get into, and we were talking about the woman last week with the BDSM or whatever, if you're going to do it, pee on me or something. Like,
No, you can have that type of stuff without going that deep.
See now, if you really want one of those movies, you got to watch The Secretary. I don't know if you know what The Secretary is.
I've never
The
seen
Secretary. I've never seen it.
That
there
was
another one on that Izzbia watch where the guy threw the girl off the boat, and it was stupid too.
No,
that was 365 days.
Yeah, that was stupid.
If you like 50 Shades of Grey, go watch The Secretary. The Secretary is basically 50 Shades of Grey before 50 Shades of Grey ever existed. So it's this woman who goes to work for a lawyer, and she suddenly likes being bossed around. Like I guess she suddenly realizes she likes being bossed around, and he likes being the dominant one. So they engage in dom sub stuff like 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay.
So if you like that, you'll like The Secretary.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you're on my side, but if we're going to watch a movie like that, they obviously have no storyline. There's no acting. It's not like the one with Robert Redford and Demi Moore and Woody.
Oh, that was
storyline. The one where the Robert Redford paid the woman off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I can't remember the name of it. Somebody's saying hi to you. There's another Facebook user.
That's Rochelle.
Oh, hi, Rochelle. Welcome to the show. You're about to see Melissa do BDSM trivia.
So just real quickly, The Secretary is from 2002. The two main stars are Maggie Gyllenhaal and James Spader.
Okay, Secretary.
All right, but who was the one with Robert Redford, Demi Moore, and Woody Harrelson? And he was going to pay her $1 million to sleep with him, and Woody's like, "Do it." And she indecent proposal.
I was gonna say
that was a good storyline. But 50 Shades of Grey. Listen, if I'm gonna watch a show like that, it better star Ron Jeremy and some girl with big tits. Like, I want some action out of it. I don't just want a storyline to a 50 Shades of Grey. It's boring.
That's why I'm shocked you didn't like 365 Days. There's a lot more sexual stuff in that movie than there was in 50 Shades.
Angle in a porno. They give you a glimpse of something. Like it's like watching Deep Throat through shot glasses over your eyes. It's not a freaking. There's Ziggy. Hi, Ziggy. Anyway, let's play.
She's up here with me.
I don't want to argue with you about what's a turn on and what's not. 50 Shades of Grey does not turn me on.
It's not meant to be.
It has no storyline.
It has a storyline. It's about a guy who's very abused as a kid, and how he became to be who he is.
Might be one of the questions. Ready? Here we go.
Fact or fiction? True or false? Right or wrong? Let's go. It's time to play Believe It or What?
Or what, ladies and gentlemen? Tonight, Believe It or What is 50 Shades of Grey, as we were just talking about. Now, for those of you that join us on a regular basis, you know that Big B is the reigning, defending, undisputed champion of Believe It or What. He has beaten other opponents in such topics as My Little Pony, yacht trivia. He even beat himself. Oh, he won the music trivia against Choo Choo Stew, and he even beat himself. I forget what the topic.
Olympics.
In the Olympics. So Big B is undisputed, but Izzbia is obviously the expert as Ziggy steals the show in the corner there.
I know, doesn't she look so cute?
She's adorable. But here's the thing. You got to be serious here. You're facing Big B. He's not an easy opponent, no matter what the subject is. Do you want to go first, or do you want to pass the first question to Big B? There are 5 questions, and a winner will be hopefully, or we'll have to bring you back next week, and we'll do something else.
Big B can go first.
Big B is going to go first. Big B, here's your question on Believe It or What. Where does Anna meet Christian for the first time? And we don't give clues, Isidore.
And it's not Anna. Her name is Anastasia.
Okay, but Anna. You say potato, I say potato.
I wouldn't know the difference because I've never seen these movies or read the books. So,
was it A, in the interview she does for Kate? Was it B, in the parking lot? Was it C, at the university? Or was it D, at the shops? Big B, believe it or what? Was it in the interview she does for Kate? Was it in the parking lot? Was it at the university? Or was it at the shops?
I'm going to say the interview. I don't know.
Yes.
And let's see what Scott says.
That answer is correct.
Big B right off the bat with the right answer. As a senior at Washington State University studying English literature, he lives her beautiful friend, Kate Kavanaugh. Kate is everything and Anna isn't. Anna could be considered shy and introverted, while Kate is more outgoing and a bigger risk taker.
True.
Both Christian and Anna seem to be caught off guard with one another. Izzbia, true or false? Was Christian adopted? Simple. True or false?
True.
For the tie, Scott.
That answer is correct.
Christian Grey had a very difficult childhood filled with all different types of abuse and turmoil, which was a massive influence on the man he became. Yes, he was adopted. Advice from the chat room, Isidore, before we move.
I know. I suck at facial expressions.
And I think this is where Big B has preyed on his opponents before, like Afka. You gotta have a poker face, Isidore. You got, even if you know the answer, you gotta hold it tight, or Big B will eat you alive. Sorry, Big B, but short sigh is he's been watching a long time.
That's quite all right.
This is a good one for you, Big B.
Sure.
What is the hardware store that Anna works at? Is it A, Steele's? Is it B, Hardware Deluxe? Is it C, Clayton's? Or is it D, Peyton's? Believe it or what, Big B, for the lead? Give you those answers again really quick while you think. Sure. Was it Steele's? Was it Hardware Deluxe? Was it Clayton's? Or was it Peyton's? Where did she work?
I'm going to say D, Peyton's, but I'm also considering Clayton's. So, but my answer is going to be D.
That answer is wrong. Incorrect. Goose egg.
She actually worked at
Clayton's. C.
Clayton's.
See, I was thinking between the two. I was on the right track.
Oh, you are lucking out that you passed it over to Big B here.
I know.
Is this going to be another true false question?
It is another true
false. Of course it is.
Or I could skip and give her a harder question.
You should give her a harder question. She's the expert.
Yes, I agree. We are going to skip the true and false for Izzbia to take the lead and possibly defeat Big B. Now, in BDSM, Isidore, the expert that you are, I'm sure you know that there are safe words.
Yes.
I believe a safe word means stop. You're going a little too far. I don't know because I've never been in that situation before. I drove a probe. Isidore, what are Anna's safe words? Anna, whatever you want to call her. Was it A, red and yellow? Was it B, bold and the beautiful? Was it C, cheese and crackers? Or was it D, wine and dine? What was Anna's safe words?
It was A. Final answer.
Red and yellow?
Mm-hmm.
See, I know we haven't gotten to this point yet, and we've been together 20 years, Isidore, but I would like my safe word to be cheese and crackers. Could we arrange that?
Sure.
All right, let's see if Isidore's right.
That answer is correct.
Oh, Big B. Big B, if you, do you have a safe word?
No.
Jason Scott does.
It's Ghislaine.
Yes. His safe word is Ghislaine, of course. I'm curious to know if he's ever had to use his safe word with Amanda.
Ooh, now that's a good
Amanda's
question.
very fit, Big B.
Could that be a bonus question?
Oh, she kayaks, she hikes. You might need a safe word with Amanda. And I want to know if Jason Scott ever yelled out, Ghislaine. Do you even know who Ghislaine is, Isidore?
No.
You don't watch the show. That was Jeffrey Epstein's assistant.
Oh, the one that's in all that chaotic stuff. Right
You
now.
know who Jeffrey Epstein was, right? The one
Yep.
that Hillary Clinton murdered?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Short size already naming the show. Pirate Menstrual Cups and Cans. So where were we? Whose question?
Mine.
Oh, Big B to stay alive. Big B, I need to know what would be or what is your safe word.
I don't have a safe word, so I have no idea.
I like cheese and crackers. I think that would be a real good icebreaker. Like, for instance, if I was on vacation on Fantasy Island,
right,
and Melissa went to take a tub or went down to get her nails done or something, that fucking dildo monkey came. I think cheese and crackers would be a very nice. You're in my personal space.
So would you use cheese as stop and crackers as you're close to telling him to stop?
Well, no, you know what? You're the only one that knew it was red and yellow. When exactly did she say red and yellow? Like,
it was
she orgasming? Like, what was happening? Was she being whipped by bamboo? Like, I don't know the movie.
No, when he wouldn't let her orgasm, she used the word red. Because he was punishing her.
When she had to go pee.
No, she didn't use the word yellow. Yellow just means that you're getting close to your limit that you can tolerate.
How come our life isn't this exciting? Why I want to, after the show, we have a bite to eat and everyone's gone home. I want the opportunity to say cheese and crackers.
You got some whips and chains?
No, I don't want whips and chains. I just want to, we're spooning or something like that to say cheese and crackers. I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to keep you up all night.
Okay.
Whose question is it, by the way?
It's Big B's.
All right. I'll give you the true or false. And then what's going to happen is Izzbia will have a chance to win. If she gets it wrong, you will have a chance to steal.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or vice versa. It's up to you guys.
Gotcha.
True or false, Big B?
Mhm.
Poker face is door.
I'm trying.
Pretend you're going poo. Or you're getting electrocuted or whatever the fuck is going on. Christian is Anna's first intimate relationship. True or false? Believe it or what? Everything's on the line.
True.
That is true.
That answer is correct.
It is her first intimate relationship. Okay, guys. Only because I didn't expect Big B to be back. I don't even know if I have another question.
We are tied at 2.
I thought, you said you had 5.
I thought I did too. Where does Anna meet Christian? We did. True or false was Christian adopted? What's the name of the store? Intimate relationship. It's safe words. All right, I've run out of questions, but I'm going to find one. Hang on. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
By the way, if I had to have a safe word and the safe word means stop what you're doing at all costs, it would be Alex Cardinelli.
That's a good one.
I would scream Alex Cardinelli on the top of my lungs, meaning stop now. I don't ever want to do that again.
All right, I'm going in. I'm going to grab another question. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't expecting this. How are we going to do?
So we did 5 questions?
No, we only did 4. He thought he had 5.
I had 4. I a little bit calculated. I have more questions now if you guys want to keep playing. So whose question?
It's my question.
All right, Isidore, what is the first gift Christian sends Anna? Was it A, a BDSM book? Was it B, a recipe book? Was it C, a notebook? Or was it D, Tom Hardy novels? Izzbia, believe it or what, for the lead?
D.
Tom Hardy novels?
Yep.
Who's Tom Hardy?
An author.
That answer is correct.
All right, before we go any further, we're talking safe words. We're learning a lot here tonight, Big B, on Believe It or What. We usually
certainly are.
Much. Who is Tom Hardy?
He's an author.
So what books does he? What does he write? Like Love and War, River Run?
No, they're like romance. You got to remember, like, Anastasia studied literature in, so she was really into literature and stuff. So he had all these old-fashioned books, and he found out that she liked literature, and he shipped her 3 books. They're like romance novels.
All right, Big B. Poker face, Isidore, because you can win this.
I suck at poker face.
Well,
that's why Ken cheats at euchre and poker every time he plays with me, because I suck.
Don't cheat at euchre. That's a story for another day.
He counts cards.
I do not count cards. I do not cheat at euchre.
Mm-hmm.
This almost broke the relationship up. It's a story for later. Anyway, I used to in high school, but I didn't at the time. Anyway, where does Anna move after graduation, Big B? This is a pivotal point in the series. Where does Anna move after graduation? Does she move to Canada? Sorry, Canada, not Canada. Canada, Seattle, Vancouver, or Mexico? Where does she move after graduation? Believe it or what? Canada, Seattle, Vancouver, or Mexico?
I don't have a fucking clue. Seattle.
Yes, you are correct.
That answer is
correct.
Correct.
Izzbia knows all these answers. She's way too into this.
Can I just interject here that I've answered 3 questions correct?
And you haven't even watched any of the shows.
No.
That's awesome. You're very good. Are you Googling while you're...
My phone is off.
No, he's very good at this. And I'm telling you.
I know a little bit about a lot of things.
He will know in your face if you're giving.
So do you play Jeopardy like Ken does?
No. What I do is how I get all this knowledge is I watch a ton of documentaries.
Okay, so does Ken.
So like, if this is brought up, 50 Shades of Grey, I've never read a book, never seen a movie. But if it's brought up in a documentary somewhere, I will have seen it and it'll, I'll store it, in my head somewhere for times like this when we're playing Believe It or What, and it has to come out.
No point in any documentary out that Christian or Anna or whoever it is.
Her name is Anastasia.
Anastasia. Well, they keep calling her Anna in the questions.
Because she likes that name, but her real name is Anastasia.
And short side, yes, I'm positive. I have not seen these shows.
They're doubting you.
You can doubt all you want. You can talk to Mrs. B. You can talk to anybody I know. I've never once seen any of these movies.
You say your safe word was again?
Alex Cardinelli.
Alex Cardinelli. And mine are cheese and... What would your safe word be, Isidore? Because you've never used it.
Peanut butter.
Peanut
butter. Excellent. These are all good things to know after 20 plus years of marriage.
Now, can I ask a question? And neither one of you need to answer. But who out of the two would be the person that would need to use the safe word?
DK.
Okay.
Yeah, if she was on top, it would probably be me.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Tie game. Isidore. I really got to go pee, so I hope you guys don't go too long. If you get this one, I just think BB should forfeit. Question: does Anastasia accidentally ask Christian during the interview?
Is he gay?
Accidentally ask her a question. Is it, are you gay? What is your favorite color? Are you into BDSM? Do you pay taxes?
It's A.
Big B, we're going to go through
that answer is correct.
I got to tell you something. I have watched, what the hell's the name of that movie with Kevin Costner and Val Kilmer, the OK Corral? Tombstone. I've watched Tombstone probably 40 times. I've watched Goodfellas probably 40 times. I would not be able to nail these questions at the rate that Izzbia is.
I even said the answer before you even gave the multiple choice.
Listen, I think you should write the 50 Shades of Grey for Dummies book. The Cole's Notes.
No, now I think she's trying to make money off of the books. Now she's rating it from Christian's view and stuff. That's why there's 5 books now. It's kind of over. I'm kind of over it.
I don't want to go there. I want Big B not to get this right so I can end this nightmare.
Just for that reason, I want to keep going.
Me too. I think it's fun.
Isidore, shut your mouth.
Can you tell me the answer so we can keep going, please?
I'll secretly message them to you on
Please
Facebook.
Do.
What is the name of Christian's childhood teacher? No way either one of you could know this. Was it Enid, Elena, Ella, or Amelia?
Okay, it's not his childhood. Oh,
shut up!
I get what they're saying.
Cheese and crackers.
I was thinking teacher as in elementary school teacher. I'm sorry.
Crackers.
Blonde moment.
All right. So basically, what she's saying is this is a trick question. This question should be thrown out. But I will answer the trick question.
It's not a trick question.
Well, the expert basically said it's a trick question.
Cheese and crackers.
I misunderstood when he said the word teacher.
See, I'm thinking grade school teacher.
And you're giving away
makes sense.
clues again. Cheese and crackers, peanut butter, dildo monkey. Shut the fuck up.
No, Alex Cardinelli. Keep going.
Alex Cardinelli.
Enid, Elena, Ella, or Amelia.
Say it again. I'm sorry. I
want to whip people.
I missed that. What are
you got to give him the choices again.
Yeah, I missed it. What are the choices?
Enid, Elena, Ella, or Amelia.
Elena.
You're correct.
Oh, for
Correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on this show, I am going to piss my pants.
See, you threw me off because when you said teacher, automatically I go to grade school teacher things. But no, I didn't meet because technically when you're in that, it's like a dominant relationship, not a teacher.
Cheese and crackers.
So I will ask my very, very extremely knowledgeable opponent. Do we want to call this a tie?
We can call it a tie and let him go pee. Yeah.
I'll give you two more questions because Big B can't continue to get these right.
I've gotten 5 right.
I know. There's no way she'll know this.
Okay.
Yeah, but if she gets it wrong, then you'll get one wrong. I got to decide which one I want to ask her and which one I want to ask you. I'm going to ask her this one. Where does Anastasia travel to take a break? Is it A, California? Is it B, Rio? Is it C, Italy? Or is it D, Georgia?
D, Georgia.
Okay. You are the worst person at geography that I know. You once told me that Texas was a country.
That answer is correct.
She legitimately once told me Texas was a country.
Well, because you guys have states over there and everything's a country over here. So it's just a natural thing for me to refer to everything over there as countries.
Well, how'd you know Georgia? Because you've watched it 375 times.
No,
Georgia is a country, by the way. There is a country called Georgia.
It's not the Georgia she went to.
I'm aware of that. But
she went to go visit her mom in Georgia for a break because she wasn't sure of what the relationship status was. But then he ended up following her there and he took her on a plane ride.
Ooh.
Big B.
Can the next question be, did he follow her there?
Izzbia.
Yep.
Go out of the camera.
No, we're going to keep this going to see how long until it takes you to pee your pants.
What is Anna's middle name? AKA Anastasia.
That is a good question, actually.
Was it A, Renee? Was it B, Daisy? Was it C, Rachel or Raquel? I don't know. Or D, Rose? Was it Renee, Daisy, Rachel?
I can't even help you on this one, Big B. This one's kind of tricky. I'm debating between two.
Isidore, cheese and crackers.
See, now I get not even the expert knows the answer to this question, and I get it. You couldn't have asked her this question last round?
I have a feeling what it is, but I'm not 100% sure.
I thought you'd know this for sure. Big B, answer the damn question.
I'm going to say Rose.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're correct.
Okay, so Big B answers. This is all fucking rigged.
That answer is correct.
Good job.
I don't even know if this says anything.
I am the king of believe it or what. I don't care if I get the next question wrong. I am the king of believe it or what.
I think you did very good for not watching any of the shows and stuff.
See, what happens is this movie is apparently, or the book is written in kind of cliches. It seems like, fictional cliches. So if her name is Anastasia and you're given the middle names, what flows more? Anastasia Renee, not so much. Anastasia Daisy, not so. Anastasia Rose, it flows. So when the writer's writing, you want to write something that flows. That's how my brain works, and that's how I break it down. What sounds
But they
better?
don't. Yeah, they don't
Sure,
say that in the book.
You
That's strictly in the third. That's strictly in the third movie at the very, very beginning. That's why it's kind of a little wishy-washy.
Well, it's still a writer writing the screenplay. If it's not the book, it's still a writer writing it. So
true enough.
You're absolutely correct, Short Side. I'm losing my mind. I have a lot of empties here, and I'm peeing my pants and cheese and crackers.
We could call it a tie.
I think we should.
I think so too.
All right. It's getting very late. Congratulations to Big B.
I'm very proud.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Maybe you guys, when we all get together in our hypothetical worst case scenario, when we all get together in our eventual Cave Crew Radio gathering at an unknown place, perhaps Kentucky or somewhere neutral in the United States.
Well, I don't know. They can travel over here, but we can't travel over there.
You and Big B can play Clue. And I'm going to say it was Mrs. Peacock in the library with the lead pipe. Believe it or what, ladies and gentlemen, Big B is unbelievable. And I am completely right that as much as everyone says I am possessed by the probe, you can see how much exactly Izzbia knows about. If you're watching a porno, ladies and gentlemen, do you really pay attention to what the people are saying? That's my only question.
No, because they're only making sounds.
Exactly. So how do you know her safe words? How exactly does she say yellow?
So I will again recommend for Izzbia. She loves these movies. Go watch The Secretary.
I'm gonna Google it after.
2002 film. I think you'll enjoy it.
She'll have it on. But Izzbia, just like you did the electric shock, I have bowed down to you. I've brought topics that you like on the show. Can you please show us how she said yellow?
She didn't say yellow. She only says red.
Give us something.
And only once.
Red. How'd she do it though?
He was.
No, I want to see her face. I want to see her face when she's saying red. How does she?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
You're full of shit. You're a liar. You're a bullshitter, and you know it.
That's not very nice, Kenny.
Red. Like Jack Nicholson. Red.
No, she was frustrated and mad because he was doing it to punish her, not allowing her to have an orgasm to get back at her. So then she just said, red, 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 like that. And then he stopped.
Again, please.
No.
Yeah, do red, red, red again.
I don't even think she said it 3 times. She might have just went red like that.
Oh, okay. I like red, red, red better. How about you, BB?
I have a feeling that's not going to be the last time that's asked tonight.
Say red. Say it now.
I have to.
Crackers. Cheese and crackers. The answer is incorrect.
I didn't enjoy the movies. I have to admit, I didn't enjoy any of the movies. I like the books.
You watched them 300 times.
I didn't watch them 300 times, but as each book came out, what I would do is rewatch the movie, read the book. So then I would reread the books as the movies came out. So now there's not a remake of the movies. There's just all the books. And I've already watched all the books. I've already read all the books, all 5 of them, and I've watched all 3 movies.
So, all right. So I have a question. Are you a romantic novel kind of, connoisseur? So,
Yes.
okay. So that's what led you to read these books. Because otherwise, if you like horror books or whatever, you wouldn't suddenly read 50 Shades of Grey.
No. And the only reason I read them is at the time, a lot of the girls that I talked to were reading them too. Me personally, I think Sylvia Drew is a way better writer if you want to read anything that has to do with sex and stuff like that.
Got it.
Yeah. Short size sums it up. Cheese and crackers or red. His votes for the show. And Isidore, I don't know if you'll be able to do this, but I'm going to give you the opportunity. And of course, I'll give it to Big B and myself as well. What we do is we name an episode at the name of the show. And short size suggestion were cheese and crackers or red. What would you name the show? Do you understand what we're asking? It's a name that's catchy.
I have to name a catchy name to name the show, but I'm trying to think.
Do you want me to come back to you?
Yes, I got to think.
Here's what I have, Big B. From the pre-show. She's buying Ray Dunn at Winners.
Okay.
Referring to Amanda.
Okay, did we find out what that is?
It's a clothing line. You can talk to Amanda in chat after the show. I also wrote cheese and crackers. I did do the same as you, Short Side. And I also wrote down, what is your safe word? I didn't do much, Big B, because I was doing everything.
The mystery of the safe word.
Say Big B as 3.
Ooh, you are correct.
I'm getting good at this.
I do have 3.
All right, let's
first. Wait. First, Izzbia came up with a name.
Oh, she did. What is it?
The mystery of the safe word.
The mystery of the safe. That's actually pretty good.
Short Size says Ken likes probes too.
Yeah, we're gonna dish the probe from now on. Anyway, go ahead, BP.
I have a rainbow dildo butt monkey.
Forgot about that. A rainbow dildo butt monkey. Yeah.
Next one is we put our beepers on the nightstand.
That's a good one.
What?
Our beepers
on the nightstand.
Okay.
You know, the pagers, the beepers.
I call them pagers, but we put our beepers on the nightstand. Yeah.
And finally, and very emphatically, I don't cheat at euchre.
And that usually means, Isidore, that is the name of the show. It's got to be catchy. I'll give it.
What is the cup? Why don't you what is the cup? Because you talked about that menstrual cup thing.
Yeah, no. We're beyond now.
Okay.
I don't cheat at euchre, and I will explain that to you, ladies and gentlemen, next week on the show.
I can't wait because I have no idea what euchre is.
Oh my God, you've never.
Oh my God, really? You don't know what euchre is?
I know Bob Euchre, the fucking.
Oh, euchre, the card game.
The card game.
No.
Like you're playing cards.
No.
You know, like king, jack, ace.
It's poker.
No.
Or 21.
You need to Google before next week's show euchre for beginners.
Okay.
I don't protest that. I don't cheat at euchre.
You do.
The other names will make it into the show notes, especially a rainbow dildo butt monkey. All right. So, Isidore, see that you were nervous. How do you feel now?
I'm okay. I was just nervous because you wouldn't give me any of the stuff ahead of time to read. Like I could have read the articles to know what you were going to talk about. Right. I don't like winging things. I'm OCD in a sense.
The only problem is you had to pee in the middle of the show, and that.
I actually have to go pee now too.
Me too, very badly.
I get the one up here. You can use the laundry tub.
I will. Big B, thanks for joining us. I will see you next week when we are 1 week away from Choo Choo Mania.
I can't wait.
Short Sigh will not want to miss. Set your alarm, Short Sigh. Don't know what the original Choo Choo Mania is, and you haven't been with us for a few weeks. If you think this was fun, we've got a big show ahead for you. All right, here we go.
Thank you very much for listening to the show. Now stay safe, take care, and wash your hands.
I want you to pack up and get out.
Get the hell out of here! Go! Just go! Get out! Get the hell out!
Get out! That will conclude this evening's entertainment.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I don't frankly have time for total political correctness, and this country doesn't have time either.